Noisy neighbours, Man City, they're in a bit of trouble. They are currently an independent hearing into 115 alleged breaches of Premier League financial fair play rules. And this dates back, it's after the takeover, and it kind of goes from this sort of 8 or 9 year period, 2009 to 2018. The hearing's going to last a couple of months. We're not going to know anything till 2025. You know, if the Premier League win this, if they come out on top and win this court case, the punishment could be massive. You know, because there's 115 potential breaches here. You know, I'm going to be careful how I word this because, you know, don't want to get in legal trouble. But it is potentially massive. There's talk of like a humongous points deduction, like relegation level points deduction. You know, some speculating 100 points, which is just like...
They still have some more points than Everton, though, won't they? My God, they can't buy a win if they tried. Seriously, what is it? 2 games now, 2-0 up, lost 3-2.
It's shocking.
There's talk that the players can't walk their dogs at the minute in case they let go of their leads.
He's been in a lot of WhatsApp group chats this week.
He has. He's been stealing jokes, hasn't he? Oh, a little joke for you. That was good. I liked it. It was very good.
Not bad. It's not bad.
You know, there's been massive sides that have been relegated before. I mean, there's a few examples that spring to mind when I read this story. I say massive sides. Okay, let's talk about Rangers, and for completely different reasons, but relegated to the bottom tier of Scottish football. But Juventus, again, for different reasons in the 2000s, were relegated to the second tier of football. And had I think they had a European ban as well on top of that. So it's not without precedent that huge teams, big teams, can get relegated. Looking at the size of what's going on, all of those breaches, what do you think might happen to Man City if they lose this? What do you reckon, Signore?
I don't think they'll be relegated because I think, unfortunately, some football politics come into this. And Man City bring in just a huge amount of revenue for the Premier League. So if they're going to lose a team like Manchester City, then, do you know what I mean? They're signing away a lot of cash coming in for them.
Mm.
I think potentially it'll be points. In fact, I think it will be points. How can they not get a points deduction? But Everton and Forest do. And I think, I mean, they're not the only club. I think there's at least half the Premier League teams that fall into this as well, but they just seem to be the most prominent of them all. There's talk that their points will just be spread over the course of X amount of seasons. Which, you know, it just sounds insane, doesn't it?
I mean, that could be something that happens, because if there's a spread of points deductions, then it gives someone else a chance to win. I don't know, maybe Mikel Arteta will be quite pleased with a result like that. They could win the Premier League for 3 seasons in a row.
Yeah, I know, but do you really want to win? Do you really want to win the league? Because do you know what I mean? It's not like a team's gone down on points deductions. You'll be really mad or relieved that. Do you know what I mean? Depending if you're the team getting relegated or staying in the Premiership, but to win the league, it's like winning the FA Cup and then being told, no, you haven't won it because of these reasons, so we're going to give it to the other team that you beat 4-0. You know?
Yeah.
Does it feel like you won it?
No, that's fair play. But, you know, you've got to think what could happen here. It could be quite huge, couldn't it, Scott? I mean, I think Signore makes a good point, though. You know, we're talking about a blockbuster team now. The amount that they've won in this country, Man City, and their success, and who their manager is, and who their star players are. Relegation's got to be impossible, surely, Scott.
It won't happen. I think, when did this all really probably come out? It was about 2-3 seasons ago. It's been dragging on, and obviously it seems like to be like the same time every half first 6 games of the season, it all comes out. It's like, oh, and then, it's 115 charges now. It's never happened. And Signore is right in terms of, like, what they bring is insane. And what are you going to do? Take their Premier League trophies away? You're not going to do that. What you can do, put an asterisk next to it. Just because, half the players... No, I don't see a way where these lot will get punished. Because I understand the length of the case and how big this case is not just going to happen overnight. But they're not even allowed to report what's going on every day. I think reporters have said they're not allowed to even provide updates. Yeah. So we're just going to, now it's finally being held. We're going to just find out in January 2025, this is happening. It is so unfair on those clubs like Forest and Everton. And it is. It's not like we make jokes about them, but I just can't see a world where, like Signore said, where they're going to, deduct them points even. I mean, what are you going to make them start on -30 or take away their trophies? I mean, they will still have more trophies than Tottenham. It makes no difference, does it?
We are cold tonight, aren't we?
I know, the jokes are flying in.